Yo, people, good evening. Welcome back to Danny AFC TV. A little bit late in the place today. I'm afraid I wanted to put up a couple of little bits and pieces, but I'll start with that tomorrow. Shouts out to UE, to Toxic Burn RB, and a lot of the Turkish brothers and man them that I know up in Stamford Hill. That are probably feeling a lot of emotions due to certain things that have happened today, earthquake, etc. Kind of woke up pretty late hearing this. Just what can I actually say apart from man's got a heart out here, and it's bang out of order. Shouts out to UE and some of the real ones, innit? Guys, it is time to get into some Arsenal conversation. Of course, it is an Arsenal channel. I do want to get into some Man City debates tonight. I take it with Man City facing over 100 charges of financial fair play fuckeries. And when I say fuckeries, they've been charged with over 100 financial fair play breaches. 9 seasons not accountable accounts. That's from 2009 to 2018. Player contracts fraudulized. 2009 again to 2018. Did not meet the Premier League profitability rules. So the first couple of questions I want to ask is, how serious is this going to be for Man City going forward? Like, it wouldn't be points deductions for a start, things like this season, but this has got to have a massive impact on Man City, whether it is going to be from the start of next season, this season after. Why is my Twitter going so crazy? Shouts out to my real one, Turkey. Shouts out to my guy that makes my pictures, even though one of them is sitting there broken, but I have ordered today the wire at long last. Shouts out to Will. Let me just quickly reply here. All right, we'll speak to Will in a little while. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you is new. I feel like I'm all over the place. Hanyumi is in the building. Hanyumi, please tell me what the Arsenal France range looks like. Oh my gosh. And I don't want to drag the camera right now, bros, but yeah, the bottoms are all in the same France and the same gold everywhere. So Hanyumi, please rate the Arsenal France range. Oh my days. Sacre bleu! You look so good, Danny AFC TV. Sacre bleu, how do you come on the stream every day looking amazing? But that is the Arsenal France range. Hanyumi, that was 175, mate. 175. 175. And it's thin, bruv. When I say it's thin, I was so cold today when I woke up. I'm going to lie, I didn't wake up too long ago. But when I eventually started trying to go outside, I was like, no. I had to run back in for a big jacket. Hanyumi, I'll be with you and anyone in the comments in a moment. Right, Hanyumi, yes, bro. Really sad to see what happened in Turkey. Rest in peace, bruvs. Unbelievable. Just when you think there's enough madness and viciousness going on in the world on a whole, and other things that are probably, just let's say it the way it is, totally not right. Free Palestine, do you know what I mean? Just when there's so many other things going on in the world, man, just for what they call a natural disaster to go along and hit Syria and Turkey like that is unbelievably massive. Like even the guy that makes my pictures, you know, the guys from Turkey. Let me just sort of say to you, not that it really matters madly, but I'd like to say what he wrote to me on a text message today. I kind of basically just said, bro, feel the pain. Woke up to this disgusting news today. Hope all is good with you and your family, and furthermore, I hope you're really far away from everything that's happening. Thank you very much for your curiosity about the earthquake zone. It's really far from my house. I'm fine, but I'm mentally broken. The pain we're going through is way too great. He's basically said, thank you, RB. Thanks a lot. Thumbs up emoji. Shouts out to Don in Ketia. What do you think of the Don Florin Balogun recently, bro? Do you think he should be coming back and it's a threesome at Arsenal next season, and not in a funny way, a threesome as in Jesus, Balogun and Don in Ketia in no particular order? How do you see that sitting? I do want to talk about a couple of other loan players today. Austin Trusty. I did see Birmingham 3-3 the other day. Up pops Austin Trusty, bang with a header, 4-3 to Birmingham. He's popped up a few times this season for them, scoring vital goals. He scored 2 in one game as well when they won 2-1. Austin Trusty. What happened to Charlie Patino? He is on loan at Blackpool. And of course, another loanee, Nuno Tavares, who's actually looking okay again in France. Is there a couple of Arteta mistakes? Are these guys just not good enough for the Premier League? Or is it time that Charlie Patino was probably tried? Would that mean a future for Emile Smith-Rowe at the club? Too many attacking midfielders, Vieira, Odegaard, Emile Smith-Rowe. What happens if Charlie Patino was suddenly to come back and to be given a new contract by the club? I want to ask about a left-footed central defender who has looked good in the Championship. The Championship was a brilliant education. I think Birmingham was perfect for Austin Trusty. He's went on. He's played literally every game for Birmingham this season. He's scoring goals. He's looking good at the back. He's left-footed. I'm wondering how much we needed the Jacob, the Polish kid from Spezia. Jacob. Shout out to all the real ones, though. Please be getting the likes on the video and do be subscribing if we is new. It happened in 4 in the morning, bro. A lot of people sleeping, horrifying shit. That has got to be... Like, again, no one wants any kind of disasters coming their way. But imagine being asleep and, like, did no, like authorities, like, I'm not the cleverest that I listen in the world on certain political things, but was there no weather warning? Was there nothing? No man got a warning about nothing. This is just come along and took man out of their sleep, because that there is on Raw. I will have to follow up on this story. Shouts out to all my Turkish man then. Shouts out to UE, Bektash, Ishmael, all the Hackney crew. Shouts out to Easy. And respect to all the real ones. Let me see what Don Nketiah is saying also. Yes, guys, I know it's Danny AFC TV. Before I get into it, I'm going to roll myself a big fat zoo in it. And we're going to spot that big fat zoo. It's been a long time. It certainly has, my brother. Don Nketiah, doing well. Definitely impressing me. We've lost out with the old Jesus press and blah, blah, blah. Not everything has been the same since he's been injured. But I have to give the boy his props. He probably... isn't as way back on his education as I thought. And I didn't think that in terms of just numbers. I thought that in terms of brutal appearances, 23 years old, and not having bundles to show for your career. Like, I can tell you a lot of 19-year-olds that have done massive amounts in their careers already. I don't know, people like Wayne Rooney had done so much in their life by the time they were 17 years old and played for England and scored Champions League goals in his debut for Man United. That's when I put certain 23-year-old players into perspective. I don't want to rate everyone on Wayne Rooney. Some people thought he was just a fat English granny fucker. Being all them things, he was still a fucking wonderful talent. At 17 years old, you could see his brutality, his enthusiasm, and his fuck you overall attitude for anyone that stepped in his way regarding Arsenal, regarding Everton Football Club, which soon to become Manchester United Football Club. Guys, please get the ratings on the Arsenal France range. I do look very pretty in blue and gold, even if I do say myself. Them trainers just had to come in just to blue it up in it, just a dark blue and fully France the effect. Hadn't you me? Am I fully French today? Sacré bleu. But yeah, sorry, that was the irrelevant shout for today. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. We're going into major Arsenal news. We heard Christian Ansu has been found in Turkey, and he is now with the medical services, which thank you God, God bless, isn't it? Like, that is definitely what we are liking to hear. The Newcastle winger, or the former Newcastle winger, sorry, playing out in Turkey right now. So shouts out to all the real ones. Right, Dan, you got to look into the Southampton post-game press conference against Brentford. Man's lost his head. Bruvs, right, is this from the other night? Because I did see him blame everyone else. Hold on, what is it? Is this today? Because I did see the Southampton manager, bruvs. He's lost it. That's Premier League problem. I was the best manager across Europe when I was in the Championship with Luton. When I was with Luton Town, I was, in fact, the best manager across world football and European football. Fam, let me tell you something. He was with Luton. We were the best defensively. Our shutouts, our coordination. Bruv, the guys lost it, innit? 9 games in the Premier League, it's fucked him up, innit? Mentally, psychologically, it's murked man over. He's flicking straight over the edge. Don't you play games with me, and you me? You're all the way in California. What do you know about Southampton Football Club? Fuck you, I'm doing my diametrics right now, and I am looking. Bruv, 2 more games if they're not sacking, he's gonna go fucking straight mad, bruv. I clicked onto this a few nights ago. They lost, obviously. Yeah, I don't know what part you're talking about, Anthony. Please let me know. But he lost the fucking plot. He blamed everyone. Got himself involved about 2% on the blame, and then it was just a tirade of nope, I'll never do that again. Fucking bastard. I'm a dumbass. I come all the way in from Luton Town, big ass Luton. Do you know where I was at Luton? Fucking edge of Champions fucking League when I was at fucking Luton. Fucking best manager across every fucking division, all 15 divisions across fucking Europe. You fucking wet one. I actually thought that guy was all right 4 weeks ago. I'm going to respin that one right now. Southampton manager, I can't even... Nathan Jones, yeah? Nathan. My dear brother, welcome to... My family's from Southampton, man. We're all fucking Southampton. You're going to get sacked, mate. Your family don't like you. Your family think you're irrelevant. Nathan fucking Jones. No, seriously, mate. I know you're one of the best fucking British managers in the world. In the Championship, across Europe and all the 15 fucking divisions, you fucking wet one. I actually couldn't believe it. But guys, do get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Before I get into all of today's talking topics, Austin Trusty, the left-footed Arsenal defender. I have spoken about him before. I want some of the real ones. Is he back on loan then? Because we have bought Jacob at £20 million. What happens to Florian Balogun? Does 2 become free up front in the summer? Charlie Patino. Does Emil Smith row? Does Emil Smith stay? Does Charlie Patino go? Does he stay? Does he go to Barcelona on free at the end of the season? And of course, there's got to be a couple of financial pounds in Nuno Tavares. Dusan Vlahovic alert. Yeah. Lucas, shouts out to you. We have been linked all over again with Dusan Vlahovic. He wants a Premier League move. He all of a sudden, after turning down all advances from the Premier League and mainly Arsenal Football Club, he has now decided that yes, I think my body, my natural speed, my agility, I think I'm actually cut out for this kind of league. Funny, about a year ago, just gone last January, do you know what I mean? You wasn't thinking something similar, you silly bastard. Shouts out to you. Rekic, I do believe he's playing for Wigan probably as we speak. The game could have just ended. I'm not too actually sure, but we're going to talk about a few of the lone players at Arsenal today. How irrelevant is Omar Rekic? Will he ever play a game of football in the Arsenal first team, etc.? Why are Arsenal being linked with the left back from Barcelona? Mr. Balde. He's fucking electrifyingly fast, that kid, though. 19 years old. Why would Barcelona want to give us one of their 90? Every time, I'm not going to say he's the best defender in the world, but when I see this boy on the wing, him like a dog running. Can we please uprate the Arsenal France range? Yes, the tracksuit bottoms are absolutely immaculate. All £55 worth of them as well. I'm not going to start literally doing the splits on the stream, but we do need a rating on the Arsenal France theme. Sacre bleu! And shouts out to France on that one. Guys, Don Nketiah, you are a real one. Bro, Southampton manager, he's fucking lost the plot, the Southampton manager. I'm telling you, he blamed everyone. He blamed the Don Nketiah, he blamed fucking Luca, he blamed fucking Linda, he blamed Danny AFC TV. He said, them tactics he told me in his ear, never again will I listen to that fucking Danny. I would like, if we sell Balogun, whoa, for how many? Sacre bleu! He plays for the Rams, sacre bleu! Bro, 70, 80 million. Perhaps I love to put a good 10, 20 million pounds on some of my homegrown talents, but fuck me. Now, when I said between 35 and 40 million the other day, I reckon he must be worth already. Someone was almost pissing themselves. This geezer's doubled it. 35, 40 million, I said. Nketiah's took it to the 70, 80 million mark. He is scoring in one of Europe's better leagues. I'm not going to say finest, being the French league. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? But he is balling. He isn't at one of the best teams. He isn't got some of the world's best players around him, supplying him and giving him assists all day long. A lot of the hard work is actually coming from Mr. Balogun himself, from what I've seen of him at Rennes. But let me just read the comment. I would like to sell Balogun for 78 million. He's English, young talent, and develop him. He will be fine with Jesus and Eddie. 2 strikers for a Premier League team. Bros, we've flopped immediately out the FA Cup, I'm just saying, and the Caravan Cup. Immediately out of both competitions. I'd like to think we're a Champions League team next season and not a Europa League team. And I think one of our strikers, out of the whole 2, so 50% of our strike force this season, my friend, has been taken away for many crucial months. And we've got Man City in a couple of games. We've got Brentford next. I think taking 50% of our firepower away, bruvs, is way too much. Whether we like Nketiah himself personally, whether we like Balogun personally, whether we want to blow Gabriel Jesus to the fucking Brazilian waters come home. What I'm saying is, my friend, in a nutshell, is how can you want just 2 strikers at a Premier League club? We have nosedived out of a Caravan Cup, which I'm not broken hearted about. We've nosedived immediately at the 4th round, like the 3rd round last season of an FA Cup. Mate, don't you think we need a striker? Honestly. Champions League football will not make things easier. Don't think our Thursday and Sunday little routine now is breaking us that much, bros. You wait till it's fucking a real tough Champions League game, and we're back on Saturday morning at 12:30 to play fucking, I don't know, let it be Burnley. Let it be Vincent Kompany's Burnley away. It's going to be a difficult game, bros. And we're going to need more than Don Nketiah, bros. Like, he's all right. I think he's a good striker, G. He's all right. Do you think he'll make the next England team, G? Because you know when everyone plays well in England, and I do, and I'm going to say this straight right up to you with all love and respect. Do you know when man plays 3 good Premier League games in a row, they're automatic, bros, their England cap's already there, like my new errors out here. But that's all my England caps on the wall. That's how many times I played for England. That's every good game I played good when I was 7 years old. Do you see what I mean? You don't need to be that good to play for England. Tyrone Mitchell or whatever, the left back at Crystal Palace, with all love and respect. I don't know why I started on his good name. Gooley, the fucking centre half at Palace. Why am I starting on 2 Palace man down? Do you know what I mean, bro? There's certain levels out here. And I think Nketiah was doing aight. I'm not sure if he's really England class. I don't know standing alongside Harry Kane. Harry Kane thinks to himself, right, I'm shitting myself here. I'm not playing the next game. Yes, I know it's about squads. But when you're telling me we're going to be fine with Eddie and Jesus, like, if I was Harry Kane and Eddie Nketiah just got promoted in the team, I'd be pissing myself laughing. At least I know I'm getting my whole 90 minutes right here today. I'm getting my whole quota, G. There's only Eddie on the bench. Bro, he's okay as a squad footballer. Please don't think I've got any kind of hate or fuckery for Nketiah, and especially you. Bro, that one's just licked me there. The 78 million Balogun, and we're going to be fine with Eddie and the other half, which was been took away. At any time in a Premier League challenge, like to have under 2 strikers at any time is kind of piss poor for me, bro. It's not really good enough, man. I'm a little bit disappointed. I'm not saying we should have went and done. Yeah, do you know what? I'm getting at the hand gel. Bro, I'm funny. I dropped the most smallest piece of ash on my desk, and that's it. The OCD will come in and creep up on me, and I don't want to see it. So sorry to anyone that's watching me. Thinking, what is this mother actually up to? Yes, I dropped a piece of ash on it, and I can't be having it in my life. And I like dirty. So let me just throw dirty away. Let me throw dirty away and let me get into the tracks properly. Don Nketiah, you've just blown my mind, brother, but I love you, G. I bet you're not even here no more. You've already heard enough from me. New boots today. New boots, boy. New boots. Is that me? Always, my brother. Looks cool, looks fiery, looks very cold and hot on top. Yep, we love it. New boots. Man City won't get deducted. I doubt they'll be deducted, bros, because there's nothing that they've done this season to be honest, to be having deducted points for. The investigation is from 2009 to 2018. So whether you want to take their Premier League titles away in whatever, because they won 3 Premier League titles in this period of time. Could Arteta be equally in trouble for anything that was going on? Could he have been in the know in anything? I'm not scared, mongering and fucking around. I'm just saying, could Arteta have been in any of the know here? He would have been on Man City's payroll around the same time. Yeah, Nathan Jones, man, absolutely hilarious, bro. I love it. Has he done anything else, bro? I've got to go and see it, honestly. AFC Governor is in the place. Let me see what the man is saying. Back on you, True Friday, I am. That is lovely to hear, my G. That is wonderful. I'm already looking forward to this Friday event already right now, bro. I'm looking forward to it, my G. I'm fucking... I'm real. I'm happy. One blow. Suzanne wants to go real. Dusan, I think that is. Dusan wants to go for real. Bros, there is going to be, I'm not going to say a mass exodus, but depending on the way a lot of the things go, right, listen, Paolo Nedved and all of the board members got up and walked from Juventus in it because they knew what was about to come in it. So last time when they stung them, bros, they got caught out properly with their pants down. Mi grande, mi cazzo, porco Dio, I'm here trying to give one to the secretary, like this, Slow down, mate, you're arrested. Come here, you're nicked. They got done out so badly. This time, with a little bit of media, paying a few more mans off, journalists out there that are all fraudsters and all corrupt as you like, they kind of found out, listen, you man are all in trouble. You're taking the bullet. You're going. You've been doing a Man City. You've lied about what man's contracts are on. Ramsey, 400 grand a week. I never kind of believed that Juventus anyway, and I doubt that ever was 400 grand a week. I think Ramsey was on 175 grand a week. Still a whopping of a fucking wage for Aaron Ramsey. But where the other 225 at that moment went, that they were kind of alleging, there's the problem here. Then saying they're paying an Evergazer 90 grand a week when really he's on 160 a week. Do you know what I mean? Probably took out a bit of the Ramsey money or something. I don't know. It's mad. I'm still looking at the Juventus thing because it's fascinating me and their 10-point deduction. And I don't think that is the end of it. No way. I think there's going to be more financial penalties. Will they be kicked out of the Champions League or Serie A? I'm not sure. If it was out of Serie A, I'm sure the Italians would have dashed their asses out already. So I don't believe it's as mad as it's going to be like last time when they start losing Gianluigi Buffon. Oh no, Gianluigi, no, please, I don't fucking leave. You are not only the Italian, you're the best goalkeeper. You are my goalkeeper. But yeah, that Federico Chiesa thing that I was talking about just before deadline day, I wouldn't be madly surprised, AFC governor, if that was to arise. Dusan Vlahovic to Man United, Chelsea, other Premier League teams, possibly Arsenal, who knows, depending, you know what I mean? Depends what we think of Florian Blalogun, bruvs. I'm going to ask everyone here, I really hope AFC, I should have just hurried up in the comments, AFC governor, and let me see what, if Ukrainian belong to James Towers is 100 million, ML should be double that. What, on the golf course, or still out there kicking it up for Wales, or I don't know. He clearly kicks it up for no one no more, and not even in the American League. But James Charles, you know. Right. I think I just dropped that one slowly. Boom. Pow. Right, man, drop that out there. City is done, mate. I'm not gonna start calling them done, but it's not looking terrible. And if you 100 million. How do I answer this? Bro, can we give this brother a couple of times? I don't know. He's at a club with so many new players. I'm not just going to jump on him. I do believe he's a totally different footballer if he comes to Arsenal, bro. He would have made that silly little signing of Leonardo Trossard seem like a dickhead for and bang out the door to it. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather the little girl that comes from Brighton. And that's literally De Zerbi's words, by the way. The little girl that we signed from Brighton. I don't want you on my training pitch. You are a little girl. I don't like you. You're not welcome. Unless your whole attitude, persona, aura changes, you're not welcome at Brighton. Man got told he was a pum-pum. Get out the training place, innit? I don't like you. Training the reserves, you are a pum-pum. You've come back from the World Cup and you think you're 10% better than you are, innit? Fuck you. Brighton sold him to Arsenal for 22 million. Simple as. Don't want to hear no more about it. I know I've just hurt a few Arsenal fans' feelings, but what can I say? Like, everyone that thought we done the genius move we've just done. Fuck you, DT. I'm going to get on the phone to DT right now. 5 months on his contract, yeah? Yes, they could have extended it by a year. Do you think they wanted to extend that rap by another year, bros? They didn't like him. As De Zerbi said, you're a girl, innit? You're a girl. Get off of me training pitch. You're a girl. You're a girl, no, man. Get off of me training pitch. Long. Fuck off and good riddance. You see me? And then probably wrapped up his bandana just like this. Shouts out to Roberto De Zerbi. Shouts out to all my real ones. Please be getting the likes on the video on a serious note, and do be subscribing if we is new. Okay, Man City have been charged with over 100 financial fair play breaches. It is 9 seasons, non-accountable accounts, from 2009 to 2018. Player contracts have been fraudulized and tampered with. 2009, 2018, the period being again. They did not meet the Premier League, profitability rules, and about 150 other rules from what I'm hearing, from profitability to sustainability, absolutely everything. They're fucked up. Now, as Daniel here has just said, because he's a genius, is how serious is this actually going to be? Will it be an embargo? Will it be there kicked out of Europe? See, if Man City, Barcelona, Juventus, Bayern Munich, hence Super Leagues and everything, guys, and yes, this is Danny AFC TV saying it, and believe me, I'm right. You see, if a lot of teams, if the Premier League and certain other organisations, UEFA, started stamping down on teams like Man City and started saying, do you know what, my brothers, you're not allowed to take the piss no more. And this is what's going to happen, Man City, and your Etihad contracts and your Etihad Airways this, and now you've opened up this Etihad business, so this is what's all good for you. it's going to open a can of worms. Chelsea, and I just see a Chelsea fan jumping into the chat, so I'm delighted to see. Chelsea had a really, for me, it was an imaginative way around this. They didn't think, you know what, no, we're not going to just open up 10 more Etihad pretense businesses saying that Etihad Airways, kind of what Roman Abramovich done. Chelsea Gardens, Chelsea Village, Chelsea Rat Hole, Chelsea Gym, Chelsea Massage Parlour, Chelsea Russian Gal for sale, Chelsea Russian Abramovich type gal for sale, cheap Russian gal for sale, XXXX line online, tits for sale, just whatever he was up to, and putting it all into Chelsea Village and Chelsea Holdings and and Chelsea Gardens. Don't forget Chelsea Gardens. Being a chef, shouts out to the very good Ivy in the Chelsea Garden area. Yo, my bro, we are talking a bit of a financial fair play meltdowns out here tonight. Pep might walk out the door. Now, he did say 1 year ago something very similar. He said, if I have been lied to by any of our endeavours in the transfer market, our endeavours fixing the training facilities, going forward with our beautiful reserve team pitch right next to our stadium, which oversees the stadium, which is a fantastic idea. Or it's like a little training ground for the minute, but I think the reserves play there as well, which I think is a fantastic idea. I like a lot of what the people done at Man City in the area and everything going forward. But what they have done is they've opened up, and I will say Abramovich style, they've opened up a lot of businesses, a lot of things saying, right, well, this business has just made £1.7 million on the back of we sell fucking cannabis from this ice cream van. Do you know what I mean? And I think a couple of things like that has probably went to caught up on them, basically. Again, player contracts. This guy got £9 million signing on fee when he walked in. Do you know what I mean? A lot of their previous signings, Kyle Walkers and whatever, signing on fees, giving you this, giving you that. Let's quickly do this. Just sign that. You're a Man City player. And I owed about 12 million quid in cash just for that. Now, a lot of these kind of things here, alleged as they are, haven't kind of been disclosed. And even though they haven't took the piss, say, all right, cool, they had whatever to spend in the transfer market. See, it isn't actually what they've spent in the window. It's lying about agent payments, how they've paid the players, signing on fees. It's going into a lot more things like that, which I do find interesting. And yes, this has to be punished, surely. Next, I'm going to say, guys, Chelsea, where do they fit into the punishment scheme of go fuck yourself? Because I tell you what, with all respect, and Man City have been a bit quiet in the last window or two. They've bought a South American kid in January for about £8.5 million, which I thought wasn't the most maddest of financial signings. Lee Akers, the bars are coming back. It might not be tonight, bros, but I've been thinking a lot of things in my nut. Bars are coming back. The whole fuck you attitude is coming back. And the Arsenal France Rangers here just to kick it off. Do you know what I fucking mean, boy? Shouts out to you, Akers. So, yeah, my next topic of question now, clearly with 27 minutes exactly on the clock. Bang, Chelsea. And where do they now fit in with punishments and beatings and whoosh, a couple of whip downs? Right, they have now spent like a motherfucker. But they did have the foresight of to try something different to Man City, where they were opening up Etihad Airways, Etihad Buildings, EtihadBrasses.com. Do you want to get blown by an Etihad girl? Sorry, that's probably going to sound a bit effed up. But, do you want to get blown Etihad? Oh, God, it's not. I'm just not going to go. Do you want to get blown Etihad style? Bing! I'm too much. Let me load up the ammunition. I think you know exactly what I mean, guys, being real out here. And Chelsea are now going to face certain other bits now. What's going to happen to them is, first and foremost, what if Badiashile is a shit player in a season's time? They've financially invested in this prick for the next 8.5 seasons, contractually, and with the club that's got the dribs and drabs in the money coming in. It suited a lot of clubs because just, do you know what? If I'm going to tick a fucking bar, whatever it is, do you know what I mean? I'd rather tick it to Chelsea than gaze down the road, because Chelsea are going to be there. They'd be there tomorrow. I don't know, that dickhead ain't going to be nicked. You give this gazer a Oz down the road, he's nicked tomorrow. Fuck it, where's my money for my Z? You know what I mean? Chelsea are going nowhere, bros. Tick them everything you can. Do you know what I mean? All your fucking assets. Do you know what I mean? Because they're financially going to be okay, whichever way they get round it. Even if financial fair play was to whoosh down on them and say you can't buy no one next season, well, they've bought a lot of people with all respect. They'll be with a decent coach. Do you know what I mean? They've got a fuck of a lot of footballers there. They could have done with another striker, but I do believe Christopher Nkunku is probably over the line. Financial crisis. That's everyone. That's everyone, isn't it? Nah, just Man City and thingy at the moment, just because they've been naughty. Well, no, it's because they've got too much money and they've thrown it around, but lied about throwing it around. Depends which way you want to look at it, girl. Listen, back off, back off. Chelsea is clean after Roman left. Yes, no, yes. And listen, your foresight is very, very good. And I do like the way you manipulated the situation and decided, right, we're going to pay for this brass, this asset, over the next 8 seasons. And this brass is going to do that to me for the next 7.5 and 8.5 seasons as well. That was brilliant. Hey, please like us on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Well, bros, they can't. How are they going to get deduct? What are they going to do? Deduct points from fucking 2012? Bros, they've done nothing wrong this season. We're going back. It's an investigation that's kind of old, my friend. And Chelsea's investigation, don't worry. I've been on the phone. All right. Oh, is that investigation on the way at Chelsea yet? It is. Cheers. Thanks. Chelsea's investigation is on the way. Do you know what I mean? Guys, I'm going to take this 30 seconds to quickly get the stream out there. As I was a touch late into the stream. Shouts out to all the real ones. Please get the likes on the video. Do subscribe if you're new. Only 6 likes on the videos. So guys, can we please give that a quick seeing to, please? Quick seeing to. Only 6 likes. Breaks my heart out here. Do you know what I mean? 6 likes for someone as fucking good as me. It's absolutely heartbreaking. Please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Let's just do that one more time. Try and think. Real ones. That's why you're called real ones. Come in the stream. Real ones. Bit of you, and a bit of you. Guys, we're going into the Arsenal chat. No thoughts on some of the Arsenal loanees. I know we don't have to think about it, yes, at this moment, but Florin Balogun, Charlie Patino, Nuno Tavares, and again, Austin Trusty. He's looking really, really decent at Birmingham, and I don't see why he's kind of been ruled out as a possible starter for next season. Well, I'm not a starter. Sorry, not a starter. A squad player. My bad, because I'm doing things on the phone. A squad player for next season. But we already bought the Polish kid, Jacob. I'm going to call him Enwari, no, Awara from Spezia. That guy. Guys, please get the likes on the video. Give me 30 seconds. You'll have all my attention. Akers, are you with me, brother? I'm going to get right into this now. All my real ones. Literally. Just trying to drum up 10% of business. It's gone really quiet from a lot of the real ones and everything. Really has, like, really, really mysteriously quiet from the real ones. Bang, bang. Add pick. Fuck me, this is a long process. Jesus. Real ones. Fuck me, I have to search for the real ones. No one's been talking on the group either. Where is UE? I've got to find UE, guys. UE is missing. I need to find UE immediately. Even if I have to start driving around to every part of North London. That's known to the man, to the brother himself. Shouts out to UE and all of the Turkish crew on that note. Luca, I'm going to look at everyone's comments right now. I am back. Hold on a second, that's back. As soon as I whack out this one bandana. Right, we're back in the place. Where was I? Not this season. Okay, but all right, bros. If they have their title took off them from a few years ago, okay, it doesn't look great, bros. But is it going to financially impact them on buying someone next season? I'm not so sure about that at the moment. I want real penalties or fuck them. What's the point of dragging back up a no title? In everyone's eyes, they still won the title. They won the title, innit? What are we going to say now? The team that finished second won a title. Brilliant. Congratulations. What's that going to mean in that season's Champions League, that season's FA Cup, that season's League Cup? Don't know, bros. It all sounds a bit, I don't know. We had hell from the team shop was closed. Oh yeah, that's true. We could not fly for the Champions League games. We went we're dead broke. That is actually true. They couldn't sell tickets. They couldn't even profit from selling a t-shirt or a fucking flask outside the fucking club shop. And that was actually ridiculous what happened to Chelsea. You know that. I don't want to get political call in the stream, but I don't think that is going to be the normal running of whatever happens with English Premier League teams again, bro. This was clearly something to do with where Roman Abramovich was from where he was from, and a couple of probably his dealings. I'm not saying automatically politically, but wherever his business ventures was, do you know what I mean? Whether he's selling a bit of fucking that, do you know what I mean? A bit of that weekend thing, bit of that, you know, wherever he was doing, obviously weren't exactly correct in it. I could have imagined, mate. I could have imagined Arsenal for me the 2 games will define. You said this 2 games ago, Lucas, so now the next 2 games will define everything. The next 2 games did give us a vision. It gave us a vision. It was sort of 50-50, I'd say, sort of 1-1 lost one, though. I think the last time you said this. So the next 2 games, Brentford and Man City will define. I'm actually going to categorically say they won't now, bruvs. Not just because you've said it, because Man City have got a couple of issues going on here. And if this was to tamper with any of their performances on the pitch, if this was to somehow wind up a pot that has clearly been stirred already in social media, all over Sky Sports News and whatever, journalists and everything everywhere, they're most likely to be, I know on a lot of the smaller tabloid papers like The Sun and The Mirror, but they're likely to be front news gossip on the newspapers tomorrow. I'm not sure this might not have a deeper impact anyway, bros. I'm hoping it does. Do I want them deducted 10 points this season? No. If we're going to win the league, I want us to fucking win it properly. Do I want them to have certain issues when they go and sleep tonight? Fuck yes. Do I want the alarm bells ringing when they're in a hotel at 10:30 at night? Fuck yes. Do you know what I mean? But I don't want them deducted points, if you get what I mean. Just saying. If we're going to win the title, mate, I don't want it to be because Man City finished second. 8 points behind Man City, but they got deducted 10. Sorry, 8 points ahead of Man City, but they got deducted 10. I don't want it to be like that, mate. Is Renarson still on loan? He certainly is, bros. We have got about 20 kids up on loan, and I want to talk about a lot of them tomorrow. Renarson, a guy that I like, Nathan Butler Odieji. He has gone to Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Exactly. He's gone to Accrington Stanley. There's a lot of the kids. Omar Rekik is at Wigan, bros. He obviously fucked up. He got injured in Holland. And then I think they basically said he wasn't good enough for them. I don't know. Den Haag, blow me brass ass or something. I don't know. Said, yeah, listen, it's time to go. So, yeah, Omar Rekik. I think the championship's better. Look what Austin Trusty has actually done in the championship at Brighton. I think it's been really positive. I think Charlie Patino has been very decent at Blackpool as well. I haven't really seen him. I've seen Austin Trusty a couple of times. Birmingham like to be shown live by Sky Sports. That's actually factual because if you go look, they'll be live in the next 2 weeks. I promise. Just go look at Sky and Birmingham will be live somewhere. They like to show Birmingham. So you can get a lot. You can get a lot of fucking views on old Austin Trusty. Shouts out to Sky Sports on that one. Where's your favourite player, Luca? What's your favourite player? His favourite player is Vieira. I'm joking. Shout out to everyone on Twitter. I shall be back there soon. Saka. I take 4 points. I take it you're beating Brentford and taking a point against Man City. Fucking liver. I was Orient on Saturday, Sam. I was the Orient. I did say they did beat them fuckers, AFC Wimbledon 1-0. I do believe they're still ahead of them little bastard Stevenage by about 4 fucking points. Problem is, fucking Stevenage have got fucking 2 games in hand, the silly little bastards. But shouts out to all the Pie Mash and the Liga crew. Shouts out to Declan Rice coming to West Ham and coming to Arsenal in the summer from West Ham. As you do, guys, as you do. Right, let's continue into a couple more things. Right, Arsenal will not bid for Moses Caicedo in the summer. This is due to a rolling contract for Mohamed Elneny and the very new signing of Jorginho. But word still coming out from a lot of the gossip hunters from the club is Arsenal still definitely want to make their priority a central midfielder and Declan Rice. That will be our 6th central midfielder at the club alongside Lokonga. Do I believe it? Not massively. Elneny, 31. Jorginho, 31. Exaker, 30, Party, 31, Lokonga, 24. That's our midfield 5 for next season, the way I'm seeing it. For next season already. Because we got Champions League. We got League Cup that we don't want to go out in the 12th round again. We got the FA Cup that we don't want to go out in the 4th round again. So we need a big fucking squad. Austin Trusty, Florian Balogun, Charlie Patino, and Nuno Tavares. What happens to these 4 Arsenal players from the summer? 3 of them being kids and hopefuls for the future. 1 of them being Tavares, who is an old at 22, 23. I'm just saying, time is going to start ticking for him. Has he got an Arsenal future? Yes or no? Omar Rekik has gone to Wigan on loan. The Congo, as we all know, at Palace. Nathan Butler Odieji has gone to Accrington Stanley. And who did Luca mention? Luca. If he's out in some funny country. Sorry, we've got a couple of kids, them little strikers. I can't remember the name. Nicolaj Moller. They're out in Holland. But I don't know. We've got a kid, Alex Kirk at fucking Ayr United. I don't know. I don't really know Alex Kirk either. But I know there is a kid at Ayr United. Shouts out to Ayr United. I've watched a few of their games off my nut in Scotland. Who's Ayr United there? What's going on to fucking Somerset Road and watch Ayr United there, pal? And I have seen a United play, and it was fucking shit. It was fucking cold, and they tried to give me a cup of fucking Bovril at half time. I was like, "What's that? What's this? A cup of beef piss? Fuck off! I'm vegetarian, you can't." So a bit less of that parlash and literally. The Orient was proper, son. Love it, love it, love it. I'm gonna have to get down to fucking Orient and smell the fucking taste. Smell the taste. So that makes sense. Smell the taste of fucking East London. You know what I mean, boy? Up the apple and pears. I'll throw you up the apple and pears, but anyone that don't like it, I'll throw you up them apple and pears. Oh God, my man J5, well for his team. Fuck you, Dan. What would you make of the leaks that are coming out about Declan Rice deal? What are these leaks, brothers? I haven't seen it. I think we're getting played just like we did on the Mutlak deal. Talk to me. I've heard stupidness. Let me tell you what I have heard. I've heard David Moyes talking like an idiot. I don't care. You're from Scotland there. You see, you pal. You may even not have a job at West bloody at the end of the season. So you see, you pal, can your own business and fuck off, because you may not even have a job at fucking Upton Park. It's not called this, it's called London Stadium, isn't it? It's not called Upton Park no more. At the fucking London Stadium, you can what I mean, eh? So, number one, I don't know if David Moyes will be in a job. Number two, there's going to be changes. The old man, with no disrespect, died, innit? Them two are brethren. They took on Birmingham together with Karen Brady. They quit. They sold them off. They took on West Ham together. I don't think two's going to go. I don't think three is going to go into two. He was a money man as well. I can't remember the name. David Gould and whoever. Sorry, one of them died, didn't it? I'm so sorry, West Ham. I don't mean that in any disrespectful way. I have a feeling West Ham will probably sell up soon. Karen Brady will disappear off to, I don't know, go and do whatever somewhere else. And with Paul Pescalino. Do you remember Paul Pescalino, anyone? And likewise, check Twitter, bro. I shall. On our group. Is it on the group? Yes, it is. There it is. Agent Henry. I can't remember my source. Number one, his source is a fraud. And I think he's just, bruvs, that particular gaze is talking bollocks. Arsenal haven't made an inquiry like we didn't make an inquiry in January. I tell you something that is coming out from a lot of Arsenal people today. We're not interested in Moses Caicedo in the summer, bruvs. Read what you like into that. I read something a bit fraudulent and something that ain't that correct. If you wanted him in January and then suddenly went for J5, as this brother says it, if you suddenly went for J5, you know what I mean? If you want Moses Caicedo and then give me J5, there's something wrong. And any new deal. I'm not saying it's a big deal, and I don't begrudge him. I'm saying my point of that is we're going to have 5 midfielders, and if you want to include Lokonga, it will be 6. Granite, Thomas, Mo, Lokonga. Sorry, Jorginho. It's 5 midfielders. So I still think we're going to have our season quota of midfielders. This is where I don't believe the Declan Rice or anything to do with it is true. Will we get played ultimately, Hankini? Probably yes, because Chelsea will wait. They're not going to be idiots no more. They know financial fair play is all over Man City. Here's problem number 2 for the summer. Arsenal, allegedly, last summer was kind of, we had a knock at the door from the financial fair play police. Now, I'm not saying we've done anything nowhere near beyond, but I'm just saying if they're even going to look across what Arsenal have done, and we've only spent just over 100 million a couple of seasons in the summer in a row, I'd say, man, this is Arsenal's get out clause for the summer already. I'm afraid to say, Hankini. We would have loved to have done Moses Caicedo, and we were fucking that close to Declan Rice. But for one reason or another, they're not going to be able to get Declan Rice done, because I think financial fair play will come creeping up. Not on Arsenal like it has with City. And what's possibly going to happen to Chelsea, what I imagine will happen to Chelsea. But you will see Arsenal swerving massive deals and not joining Chelsea and trying to put them on 8.5-year deals. We won't follow that kind of road down to fraudulent deals. We're going to try and keep it innocent, clean, and very, very Arsenal and Premier League-like. Does that mean going for another Jorginho in the summer if we want a central midfielder rather than an 80 or 90 million pound Declan Rice? I'm afraid it probably will. Elneny will be injured during his contract. I don't think it's fair. just to throw him out when he's still injured. Obviously not, bruvs, and I actually do probably believe that's why it's happened, bruvs, because we've suddenly gone good. He's been there for years, loaned out to Turkey, and the year we're actually doing all right in a title race. You know what I mean? It'd be nice to have been given him a medal and a couple of cameo appearances at the end of the season, which I still believe can happen. I'm just saying Arsenal are nice, isn't it, bruvs? And we're going to do a nice thing. We're going to give Jorginho and probably another year's extension to that 18 months because that is an option. Because we're a nice team. We're a nice guys. Hazard, don't get twisted. Stay right there, bros. Because this has actually been a very, very, very... This has been a very lit 42 minutes. This has been as lit 42 minutes as I've enjoyed for the last week or so. And Yumi just hit me up with kind of that. And I responded in a very honest and Danny AFC TV way. As in, with watching the breaking news and all the dramas now at Man City, Arsenal will have a very slight implication in financial fair play as well. I don't believe if we've got 2 or 3 or even as many as 4 players to go for in the summer, we'll cut that down to 2, spend nothing again in January. We will go back to this sort of way of thinking because we're definitely not going to have a situation now because we've bought a couple of squad players. We'll think, right, we're going to need a couple of squad players in January because we're doing a lot better than we thought we were going to do. That won't happen to us again next January, hence the Polish kid, hence Trossard, hence Jorginho. And Mohamed El-Neni is always around just for good measure. It's kind of what we do with the rest of the squad now. As I said, it's already been shut down. It does seem from a couple of decent sources from the club, Arsenal do not need the services of Moses Caicedo in the summer. If you needed the services of Moses Caicedo and your 60 million and then your 65 million with add-ons, bids were real bids, why have you all of a sudden got zero interest in him in the summer? And I have had this from, you want to talk about dickhead athletic sources, and not you're a dickhead, haven't you, me? But a silly guy that says he can't say his sources, but Declan Rice is doing this with Arsenal. Piss off, mate. He's talking absolute bollocks. Do you know what I mean? Declan Rice, as I have already told you, yes, I am the shit. Declan Rice doesn't want to move out of the Premier League, can't you, me? Let alone London. All you got to do is listen to the boy talk. You don't have to be an agent or a journalist to work this out. Listen to how he talks. Do you know what I mean? He wants a fucking jelly deal on a fucking pie and mash on a Friday evening. What are you talking about, Shane? Do you know what I mean? He's not looking to move out of London, let alone Germany, Italy, Spain. Real Madrid are looking at fucking Declan Rice. Well, fucking Declan Rice ain't looking at them. He's thankful, but he's not looking. Do you know what I mean? Because he loves a bit of fucking pie, mash and liquor. Like Lee Akers, that's what he wants. He wants a bit of pie, mash and liquor. And West Ham ain't serving up good enough pie, mash and liquor. But don't worry, Chelsea have got a really good fucking jelly deal section and pie, mash and liquor sections, as I've been told at Stamford Bridge. Interesting. Extreme. It has been, bruvs. I don't know how long you've been in from, but it certainly has. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. So I'm going to jump into a few things again. I know I've been a bit sporadic in it, but I've been looking at the comments and jumping in and out. So Manchester City charged with over 100 financial fair play breaches. It is 9 seasons that we're looking at that they are accountable for. It's non-accountable accounts. Accounts been changed and fraudulized. This is between the period of 2009 and 2018. Player contracts fraudulent player contracts. Sorry, I've written that a bit up and down. That again is between 2009 and 2018. They did not meet the profitability rules set by the Premier League, and they did not meet the sustainability rules. Sorry, given to all the Premier League clubs going forward. Basically, I think you know exactly where I'm going. So what I'm going to say is how serious is this going to be? We know it can't impact them. They can't basically hit this season with penalties. They can't have points taken off them. It isn't an offence for this season, guys. If they can have a title took off them from them 9 seasons, yes, they can have that happen. They've never won a Champions League, so it's not give a fuck. But the problem, if you take the title off them, does it change the FA Cup race, the League Cup race? The League Cup and the FA Cup races for that season, you know, they win the League Cup quite a lot, Man City. I think they'll get topped off. What I do think will happen, they'll get their very final warning. You're in trouble. There's a £27 million fine. Sweet. Even though it'll piss them off, but there's a £25 million fine. But this is your final warning. Next time you're really fucking with hot water, us English gangsters are going to gang up and get you, Manchester City. That's not going to really scare them either. But what will fuck them is if they do get a transfer embargo for a season or two. That is at this moment the most that I could probably see happening to a team like Manchester City. Reverse it back to Chelsea Football Club for a slight second. See, under Abramovich, they were doing the Man City type thing, you know, opening up Etihad Airways, blowjobs, open up Etihad Airways, brass houses, hookers for sale, and the same down at the King's Road at Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? Abramovich wines, Abramovich brasses, Russian brides for sale, .com, and etc. And they were all making money apparently for one business, being Chelsea PLC Limited, and the same over in Manchester. A lot of these avenues have been shut down as also fraudulent recently. Saying we've just signed a new deal with Etihad contracts or Etihad Airways for £790 million. That sounds convenient fucking at the start of a fucking transfer window. You've just landed £780 million, what? From a fucking airway fucker that don't even fucking drive over it. You know what I mean? Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. That is where people are getting off the point of how they kind of manipulated things. They haven't gone out and robbed Peter to pay Paul. No, they've had so many Pauls and Peters in their pocket. They've just paid every can and hoped for the best. And a couple of these cans of worms are coming up to hit them. You can't take them out the Champions League because then Barcelona might have to come out the Champions League. Then Bayern Munich, I'm just saying out loud now, Bayern Munich might have to come out the Champions League. So they're not going to do that either, UEFA and no one, because you're going to fuck the competition up. Then Man City, Barcelona, Juventus, because Juventus are the next one in trouble, say they will get on the bandwagon. They're all going to start talking, it's Super League time. Do you know what I mean? It's time to fuck off again. Fuck it. If we can't play in the Champions League, fuck it. We're making our own fucking league. And bang, it's hundreds of millions to fucking play here, you cunts. You don't want this either. And then Man City are going to threaten. If you take us out of the European competition, we're walking, guys. We're walking, innit? We're done, innit? We're never. Take us out of Champions League this season or the next season. We're never, ever playing Champions League again. We're playing Premier League, Coca-Cola Cup, and blood clot fucking FA fucking Cup, innit? Until we find ourselves a Man City League. We don't want this happening in the across our game, guys. This would not be the way forward for English football on a whole. Trust me. And it would be the same Barcelona, Real Madrid throwing out that kind of dummy at their people, at their authorities, their UEFAs, their whatevers, whoever they've got to toe the line with. Do you know what I mean? Like, we've got to listen to certain Premier League rules. That's going to be way too much to happen, I'm afraid to say. But it is interesting. And Chelsea have to be next on this, guys. Chelsea have to be next to be on the naughty boy stall. Do you know what I mean? Come here, boys. We want a fucking quick word at you with your... Whip out all them... You see them 9 motherfuckers you bought in January? Whip out their blood clot contracts right now. Magnifying glass. Do you know what I mean? We want to look at all of these deals. Over how many years you pay them, when they pay them, how you pay them. Is it through a condom, a test tube? Is it fucking sent over in a rocket? I want to know how you're getting paid, which minute you're getting paid to pay them. PSV fucking for Marlo Gusto at Lyon, for Mikhailo Mudryk, how you paying the rest of the installments. £106 million Enzo Fernandez. I want to know what the first installment was, the second, third, fourth, and fifth. Do you know what I mean? That's what the Premier League are going to have to start hunting into now, and whatever UEFA, whatever. Guys, it has been lit. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. A couple of other Arsenal things. Just ducking away. Non-Arsenal things, sorry. Leeds United have sacked their head coach, Jody Marsh. I can't believe we are 52 minutes in and we haven't mentioned it. Bielsa, Steven Gerrard have actually been linked to the job. Why didn't they do this a few weeks ago? They could have had themselves Sean Ditchy, yeah, and Arsenal wouldn't have got beat. How's about that, guys? Please put the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. If Leeds United didn't let this fucking idiot American manager get his own assistant in a couple of weeks ago and then give him money in January and then sack him a couple of days later, what the fuck is all of that about? I actually don't believe it. They got him his own assistant in. They gave him money in January. They didn't get every one of his American. Hey, my name is Austin Trusty. I'm from USA, y'all. And I'm here to represent everyone up in Leeds United. I think this fucking stadium is dope, motherfucker. I think it's fumes around here. It's lit around here, y'all. And then sack him. What's McKennie thinking? Do you know what I mean? What is McKennie thinking? I don't get it. Why? I'm very good, brother. Please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing. Are we new? Spinelli09. Shouts out to you, my G. Do you like the Daniel AFC TV YouTube? Put a like on the video just for that, please. That one isn't broke. Yes, I pulled out the cable and I've got a heavy white hand. Do you like the Arsenal France range, people? I do think it's really suave and kind of very French and very sacré bleu. Guys, where are we? Lumbercamp, Arsenal France range, bros. Even the tracksuit bottoms are kind of sensational, bros. Check out, bros. A lot of money in the Arsenal shop, bros. Like seriously. But my legs do feel very French. Do you know what I mean? I do feel very sacre bleu from top to bottom. And you add that off with a quick, nice dark blue bandana and a lovely dark blue shiny hat. Bing! And you do finish it. You finish it ever so slyly with them. So that is how you would finish. Sacre bleu! The Arsenal France range. That's how you finish. The look on the Arsenal France range. Leeds got all the road runners. Hold on, Leeds got all the road runners, bro. I think Pochettino will do decent there. I do think Pochettino will do decent there. Would they rather bring back Bielsa? He did speak to Everton. Still don't think he speaks English. I don't know if that bothers a lot of people. It'll piss me the fuck right off. I have to say that. Guys, please hit the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. But a couple of other things I want to look at today. Liverpool, regarding what's going on at Man City, regarding what's going on, or what should be going on from Chelsea from sharply at the end of the season. How are they going to be fixed to start signing Jude Bellingham if they haven't got Champions League football? I was speaking to Easy at Lens yesterday, and he says, "Bro, we're gonna be set back. We're a burger and chips isn't the same as it is in London, bros. We don't charge £6 like Arsenal charge for their match day program. Ours is £3 or £3.50." He said. He said everything is cheaper in Liverpool, and he was like, "Us not being in the Champions League is going to push us back a season and a half, 2 seasons minimum as a football club." And he goes, "And we're going to have to start rebuilding. We're going to have to go again." And I'm wondering, is it Jude Bellingham or Moises Caicedo even enough now? Or is that exactly what Liverpool need, and then let the creative footballers do what they've got to do? Do they need a totally different central midfield? That is another interesting one. But Steven Gerrard, Bielsa, has been linked with Leeds United, and so too has Pochettino. I wonder, would they have liked Sean Dyche? Sean Dyche isn't going to be the worst manager. He will save Everton. I'm not saying he's got the prettiest brand of football, but I kind of knew what was always going to happen to Arsenal that day. I didn't know we were going to get beat. I was hoping we were going to scrape away from Goodison Park with a late 1-0 victory. Actually went the other way around. I mentioned James Tarkowski on this stream. He's going to love and adore him. That Michael Keane could come out of nowhere. He's going to love and adore him. What he was going to love most of all, though, was Idrissa fucking Gueye and that fucking Amadou and Nana in the midfield. And he's going to build around these two and let no one go past them. And it ain't going to be rocket science. And hope a couple of Dwight fucking McNeils and Josh Townsends and whatever. And the actual decent one, what's his name? The one that come from Leicester. The creative players, see if they can pull up a fucking tune for them. But another thing, guys, Francis Caggio, the former Arsenal scout, has been talking and bitching again. I did do a show talking about Francis Caggio, saying where he did credit himself for the Gabriel Martinelli arrival at Arsenal, and that was fuck all to do with Edu, that Martinelli was scouted for 10 months before Edu was at Arsenal. We were talking to him, his family, his club at lengths. We were very aware of him having a trial that was rejected and failed at Manchester United. Francis Caggio has been talking again and said he was that close to actually sealing the £20 million signature of Jude Bellingham for Arsenal. I will look into this later. The last stream that I did, I'm not going to blame Francis Caggio for that. Like, no one really gave a fuck. I don't even know if they even heard of Francis Caggio himself, which is a bit disrespectful if you're an Arsenal fan. You should know who Francis Caggio is. He's been responsible for bringing many a player to Arsenal Football Club and having hands in a lot of the French people that Arsene Wenger brought to the club. Like, he worked very closely alongside Wenger. It was a bit different then. And then after Wenger, everything kind of changed. Eli Wahi, I've told you about this guy before, guys. This is a guy to definitely look out for coming up to the summer. He's 20 years old. He is a Montpellier forward. He's only got a very modest 7 goals and 1 assist in 16 games this season, but he also plays for a modestly slight team in Montpellier. But he does look good, this Eli Wahi. One for the future, one I'll be keeping my eyes on for the rest of the season. Jorginho. We'll leave Jorginho to later. Francis Caggio, though, I nearly signed Jude Bellingham for £20 million for Arsenal. Arsenal will make a £35 million summer approach for Michael Oloisi. That is the right winger at Crystal Palace. Arsenal and Chelsea will do battle for Declan Rice in the summer, and they will be asking Brighton a question for a player not not Moises Caicedo. It will be Kaora Mitoma. Listen, Brighton are going to calmly tell you £100 million if you come anywhere near that winner. I know he's 25, and I know he blew up all of a bit in all of a bit of a hurry. But listen, you're not getting Mitoma from Brighton for cheap. We tried with Moses Caicedo. We got told to fuck off, and we've already kind of made it clear we're not interested or going back for Moses Caicedo again. I don't think we need a central midfielder because we've got Jorginho 5. Arsenal and Chelsea though, bang. Dusan Vlahovic wants a Premier League move. He said he probably got it wrong a year ago when talks was going on with Arsenal, and he does think his game is suited to the English game. He reckons he's tough, strong, and fast and agile, and he reckons the Premier League is where his future should be. Yuri Tillemans has made it pretty clear he shall stay in the Premier League and top 4 teams. His agent has been alerted once again to his availability as he is a free in the summer. Arsenal, Man United again rumoured to be interested in Yuri Tillemans in the summer. I've spoke about a couple of the young kids today. Omar Rekik has gone to Wigan. We know Lokonga's gone Palace. We know Nathan Butler Odieji has gone to Accrington Stanley. We know we've got people like Austin Trusty, Balogun, Patino, Tavares, Marseille, Blackpool, Reims and Birmingham, respectively. What happens to some of these young loan products? Austin Trusty, we know he come in from America, but he's had a really good season at Birmingham. He's scoring goals. He even scored. They won 1 game. He fucking scored both. I don't know. He's coming up with vital goals now. He scored the other day in a 4-3 thriller for Birmingham. I'm now watching because of Sky Sports. It's not Sky Sports. Sky love to show Birmingham annually for some reason, once a month. So Austin Trusty will be on a screen near you very soon. Austin Trusty, Florin Balogun, Charlie Patino, Nuno Tavares. What happens to these guys? Omar Rekik, I don't know. We'll see how he goes on at Wigan for the next few weeks. What's this one here? Arsenal will not bid for Moises Caicedo, again, guys, in the summer. That deal is done. We will not piss off Brighton anymore, but we might sniff around their winger now. Mitoma makes 0 sense. Arsenal are still in the hunt for Declan Rice. I'm not so sure. Guys, Christian Atsu has been found. I'm not going to say fit and well, but he is okay. He's breathing. He's alive, isn't it? So the former Newcastle winger is okay after the earthquake disasters in Turkey. We pray for Turkey, we pray for Syria. And Man City and over 100 financial fair play breaches. Guys, let me please get into the comments. Do get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. The real one is out here. Danny AFC TV, trying to keep all the news exactly 100% the real, 100% real, without all the BS that everyone else loves to grab out of the sun, the star, the mirror, and then start going on YouTube and talking bollocks about. Arsenal buying Savage in the summer. I won't mention Savage on this stream. I don't even like the Lazio midfielder. He's 27 and he's still screaming, "Get me out of Serie A!" 28 soon, bruvs. He'll still be screaming, "Get me out of Serie A!" Bruvs, not even Juventus, Inter, AC Milan, Napoli. None of them wanted to fuck with you, bruvs. You're a Lazio player. Allow it, bruvs. I don't want to hear your name associated with my club no more. Arteta needs to leave. What's he done, bruvs? We're top. I don't want to panic just yet. He isn't still my most favourite geezer in the world. He's all right. I like his touchline antics. He's running up and down. That extra piece of passion where he seems to be getting one or two spats with referees. Yes, I like this. I love that kind of interaction. Any interaction is good interaction for me. Was them January signings is? Because I'm not impressed. Jacob, the Polish kid. Did he really know him? Is that an Arteta boy? Did he go out to Serie A and watch him at Spezia? I know we've got a network of scouts, but fuck me, are they networking? Pamela Anderson's tits, or not lack of, but ba-ding! I don't know. I don't know. Trossard. I don't think we got the better of the deal there. 5 months on his deal, people. 5 months. They got 22 mil with five in add-ons. It goes up to 28 mil. Yes, they could have extended it by another year, but they didn't want him at their club. Arsenal could have said, "We hear you. You can extend it by a year, but you don't want him. You're not going to extend this contract by a year. De Zerbi doesn't want to work with him." We should have thrown it back in Brighton's face. And so I tell you what, that's 15 million or fuck you. Their best offer was 9 million. That was from Tottenham Hotspur. I'd have said 15 million or fuck off for Trossard. I've got many problems with Trossard, I'm afraid to say. And as for the third and the final out of our January bunch, Jorginho. I got 5 on it. Hey, and I don't know what to say. I got 5 on it. Don't worry about Chelsea financial fair play. Can't hurt Chelsea. We'll be back. Just you watch, bro. I'd say so. But I'd say you're gonna have a penalty or two to pay. If Chelsea got over 100 and whatever financial fair places breaches, honestly, I think you got about 266, but you'll only get done for 6 of them. So have 266 financial fair play breaches. You'll be all right. You'll just get done for 6 of them, and I reckon because you're used to an embargo, you're going to go directly back into an embargo soon. But you have bought kind of soundly. You bought young. You bought old. You bought a good mixture. Not old. I mean, as in player ready, squad ready for me, team ready for me, team ready. I'm going to say, sorry. Mudrak, yes, had a bit of a disaster. I'm still going to say he's team ready for Chelsea. He'll be team ready for me at Arsenal. Couldn't give a fuck what anyone says. Enzo Fernandez, yes, £100 million. Fuck you, you're team ready. For me, I would put the £40 million Vadia Shelley with that. They haven't been actually brilliantly sound at the back. I still like Thiago, and I still get it why the 50-year-old Thiago is still at Chelsea Football Club. Shouts out to him. Same to you, Rodney. Has been so quiet about you, brother. Nice to see that you're back, though. How are you, brother? How are we absorbing the good news from Manchester? Do you think the financial fair play police will be knocking on Chelsea's door very soon? Blue is the colour. And what's good? What's good, my G? What happened to that Matt Buendozi? Don't know. He slipped in just last night for one comment, bros, but I didn't say his name. I went straight past it. I read everyone's comment, just skipped his. So I think that more gives him the arsehole more than anything, innit? I know how to hurt his feelings now. As soon as I talk about him, I say his name, that's it. He's up on one. I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a degenerate, I'm a cunt from Hackney, blah, blah, blah. Don't say his name, bros, and he says fuck all back. You know what I mean? It's a lot more quicker, less brutal as well. Liverpool are in the mud. Can Klopp reprieve Liverpool? Can he give them a kick up their ass? Do you think it's a major whole squad overhaul that they need? Like, what is it? Get rid of Van Dijk as well. Van Dijk's gone. Edison's the gazer that sounds like a bird in goal. Kipper. No, that's at Chelsea. Fuck me, Alisson. Shit, Alisson. We're going to get rid of everyone. No, don't think you can do that. They've spent a lot of money up front as well. Jota, 45 mil. I know. Cody, 45 mil. Nuno Tavares, over 65 mil. There's going to have to be a couple of decisions made. They do need midfielders. Milner, shouldn't have given him a new deal. Henderson, I think he's a little bit past it as well. Shouldn't have got a new deal. That's England as well. England, Liverpool, yeah, he's got to go. Sorry, he's not up for it no more. Fuck off back to Sunderland. Then they've got all these Caters and Fabinos and Alcalantras and whatever, Thiago Alcantara, that just ain't doing it. That's 5 central midfielders. Yes, they could do it with a Moses Caicedo, just like Arsenal. Yes, they could do it with Declan Rice. And yes, they could also do it with Jude Bellingham. But then again, name them 3 players to any fucking team in the world. All 3 any team could do it with them 3 players. Arsenal, I want 1 out of the 3. Give me Deckers, innit? Give me Deckers with them fucking Teckers. Alexis Sanchez needs to come back, bro. I love Alexis Sanchez, bros. How's he doing in Marseille? He's not been... I'm not going to say he's been on fire because I'm not hearing a lot from him. I hear more Nuno Tavares is scoring. So I don't think he's setting France alight, but I do love him, bros. And he should never have left that time. And yes, in hindsight, even though I didn't want Ozil to leave at that particular moment, we should have given the 350. Just like Liverpool. We've heard it now factually, and shouts out to ESPN on that one. They kind of gave Sadio Mane an interview. And it was fascinating. It was a fascinating interview with Sadio Mane. He basically said, yes, I heard the rumours what Salah wanted and what Salah wanted as a contractual figure. I spoke to Easy about this as well, so this is all true and gospel. Shouts out to my brother, my G, Easy. Shouts out to him. He's on the WhatsApp group. Hopefully he'll come back on the stream one of these days. Shouts out to Hazard. I know he loves off Easy as well. But talking about Liverpool, Sadio Mane's agents basically fought fire with fire, and they said, well, we don't believe we're a worse player than Salah, with all respect. So we actually want the exact same money. So if Salah wants 365 grand a week from Liverpool, we want 365 grand a week from Liverpool. So from the inside eye, from Anfield, I'm going to say, from the very inside, the very sharp pointed inside eye at Anfield, I've got this, and it's kind of exclusive, but ESPN made more of the hints anyway. If you look at the Sadio Mane interview, Mane was not going to take £10,000 a week less than Sane. Something had to break. Something had to give. I did say this before the season end, that something had to give with 2 31-year-olds, no matter how good they were. something would have to finally give with two 31-year-old winners, superstars that they are. And I do think it has hurt Liverpool Football Club by selling Mane for just £31 million. But did they, similar to Arsenal, give the 350 grand a week to the wrong player? That is the first question I'll ask, because Liverpool decided they could not afford financially going forward, and they've both been 31 years old. And I'm going to fully agree with Liverpool Football Club on this one. They couldn't give both men just over 350 grand a week, plus inflation, plus this, plus that, plus a nosh for your fucking dramas. So they had a decision to make. For me, I think the more sellable player, because if he was only getting offered £31 million from Bayern Munich, I think the more sellable player at that time, because Salah was Salah, and I'm not saying he still ain't Salah, but Salah was really Salah at the time. He was banging in goals, he was breathing air and scoring goals. I think there would have been a club that would have given you, I think there was a PSG out there that would have given you 70, 80, 90 million, £100 million there and then, a season and a half ago, or a season ago, let's say, they'll give you £100 million straight for Salah. Liverpool been a bit savvy sometimes because their last few signings haven't been as great. Liverpool then would have had a decision to make. We've just lost Salah. They've brought in some kids, Fabio Carvalho, Nunes. They've brought in Jota, but that was a bit before. Cody Gakpo, and then there's obviously a lot of their kids, Robbie Elliott. So Liverpool, I think, believe they had it covered. So that was the first massive mistake Liverpool made, but someone just sort of triggered me by saying that, but because it was like Arsenal at that time could not afford to give two squad players, two members of the, whether they're the fucking best thing since sliced bread, whether they're Ovis, Arsenal could not give both fucking footballers, Mesut Ozil and Alexis Sanchez, 300 and fucking bumbleclot 50 grand a week. Yeah, simple. Same way Liverpool couldn't afford to give two 31-year-old wingers, no matter how much they was on fucking fire. They couldn't afford to give two 31-year-old winners, Liverpool, 350, 360 grand a week. One of them had to go. The first question I'm asking is, did they give the 350 grand a week to the correct footballer, Salah? For me, I would have looked slyly via agents, whatever, spin a snake out there. Do you know what I mean? I'd have been a snake and said, which one can I get the most cash for right now? Birmingham coming at Birmingham. Bayern Munich coming with their £31 million offer. For me, I'd have said, fuck you, Bayern. I'd have tapped up Real Madrid, I'd have tapped up PSG and said Salah's for sale, 135 million quid, and hope for 100 and 110 mil to come knocking on my door, snap it up, go out and replace your Salah, still a few quid in the bag. Do you know what I mean? You've given your 350 grand a week to Sane, and it all could be very different right now. Salah's the one for me that isn't in form. Or you do exactly what they've done. Then you can come to their actual business in the transfer windows of past recent 2 years, last two windows, sorry. Like Jota's, I don't know, Jota, everyone thought Jota was the best thing since sliced bread. Arsenal fans were shitting themselves every time we had to play Liverpool. I never got it with Jota, apart from he'd score a header and a fucking lucky deflected goal and one off his arse cheek against Arsenal. I actually didn't get it with this geezer for 46, 47 mil, honestly. I know he's injured, but how is he looking now? What about Robert for fucking Fabinho? Bobinho. I know he's a good footballer. People screamed about him like he was a 30-goal a season striker when he doesn't actually score over 10 goals a season, the motherfucker. I remember saying then, only if Liverpool had a little Suarez right about now, they would be the best team in the world. They would be the best team in the world. Mane, Salah, Suarez. Fuck me steady. Do you know what I mean? And they got away with that because they had, like, where Arsenal have a fourth man that helps with the attack, like an Eldegaard, they played more of a free tough man thing going on, and then just free fucking attackers. So what did you need more than Salah, Mane, and Bobby was chipping in the goals as well? Imagine if it was Luis Suarez, though. You didn't need much more than that. Take one away, and you've taken a massive part of your fucking team away, that whole on that left-hand side of Mane. Adding that Salah's now got 350 grand a week and he isn't actually playing that well or scoring as many goals, puts heaps of pressure on the team. Van Dijk maybe doesn't look as good at the back, but then I don't know, he ain't got 350 grand just like Salah. There's so many ways where you can talk about this Liverpool scenario. It's nuts. I'm not going to rule them out as a football club and say, nah, they're not top four ever again and blah, blah, blah. But I think they need to make a couple. I think he needs to know who his players are. Well, like, why hasn't the kid from Fulham, Carvalho, why has he not even had a sniff of football for the last 3 months? He's played 3 minutes since the back end of February. Sorry, let me just read it. I'll read it, yeah. Shouts out to all the raw ones. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new people. But let me just very quickly read you this. Fabio Carvalho has been an unused sub in the last 7 out of 9 Premier League games for Liverpool. He has played 3 minutes of Premier League football since the end of October. How has he been given so little chances considering our poor run of form? The way our team has used him this season has been bizarre. That was from the Anfield edition. Shouts out to them. Don't follow them or nothing, but maybe I will, because I don't mind Liverpool. But very irrelevant piece of news that was. But I'm just saying, even Liverpool fans are kind of confused. Like, he's playing a central midfielder from the reserve, from the youth academy. Sorry, he's 18. Yes, he does look decent. But when you're getting done 3-0 at Brighton and your central midfielder that you're throwing in there isn't fucking blowing, do you know what I mean? You're going to have to ask yourself a couple of deep down, honest fucking questions here. Right, guys, shouts out to all the real ones that are in the video tonight. Please be getting a like on the video. Do be subscribing if you is new. It has been a never lit stream. Time for my bed. Good night. Arsenal. Imagine it says if we get Neymar or Messi. Well, Messi is about 61, so I'll allow you to bring him to a Queen's Park Rangers, Chelsea, Southampton, or anyone else. Thanks, but no thanks. Neymar, if it wasn't for the whole media circle, obviously about £200 million probably in a transfer fee, and 575 grand a week basic in wages, I wouldn't have minded him. But that's not going to happen either. Are Man City going to have to sell all of their footballers and suddenly Haaland and Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne all joining Arsenal? That's not going to happen either, people. They're not going to have a major meltdown and everything's going to go absolutely pear-shaped. I do believe, but this is very early looking at everything from terms of the investigation. Who am I to be making such judgmental opinions? But they're not going to be in that much trouble. They would bounce from the Champions League. If UEFA said you can't play Champions League next football, everyone would start trying to make a new Super League. Barcelona would run with them. Juventus would run with them. They're all over the place fucking financially. So they're going to get away with it somehow. I'm not saying they're going to get away with it fucking scot-free. It's not scotch-free. But they're going to get away with it, guys. Because the way you really hurt these teams is not going to be a way UEFA and the Premier League are going to want to work with these financial powers going forward. And they're not going to want to work with UEFA or the Premier League going forward after being kicked out of major competitions. Arsenal need to bring Giroud back. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, fucking hell. What is the spell? Oh, Luca, what the hell? Boom, boom, boom. What the fuck? Why? 33. He's all right in Italy. I see Rafael Leao, yeah, and he was shit yesterday, that Rafael Leao. He laid a diamond of a pass right through to Giroud. All Giroud had to do was control it, bang, left, and it was on his left foot. He miscontrolled it. He only fucking miscontrolled. He was awful yesterday. Was Oliver Giroud in the Milan derby as well. He should go back to Marseille, bruvs. He'll have a really good career, bruvs. He'll be good in France. Nah, not Arsenal, brother. That ship sailed 6 seasons ago. No fucking way. You need to come on to the All Gunners podcast. We'll set you straight, son. Yeah, I know. Get Oliver Giroud in. Lacazette. I'm surprised the Geezer ain't asking for Lacazette back. Shouts out to you, Luco. But guys, there is 1 hour and 17 minutes on the clock. It is almost time to say goodbye. There has been kind of a lot of points today. I've hardly hit 50% of my points because the chat has been lit as usual. Shouts out to Hazard, to Luca, to Speno, 09, to Liekers, to Linda, to Lung Burkamp, to Han Yumi, to all of the real ones. Please be getting the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Where is UE? That one's freaking me out. Where is UE? Wait, guys, when was the last time anyone heard from UE on the group? Because I don't know. I think I took a couple of days out and I've just never seen or heard from UE again. Offend them, UE! Notice Where is UE? Seriously, like, where is UE? I need to know. If I start going around North London hunting down my Turkish dealer, like, where is UE? Guys, before I go though, Austin Trusty, Florin Balogun, Charlie Patino, Nuno Tavares, future or no future. Cash in, cash in, cash in, cash in. Omar Rekik, we want to get more than a blowjob for him, so don't worry. Dusan Vlahovic, he now wants a Premier League move. Tillemans, I want to move to a top 16. Suddenly not a top 14. He'll do with a top, he'll work with a top 16, but Arsenal and Man United are still linked. Arsenal and Chelsea, of course, are still being linked with. Declan Rice and Arsenal and Chelsea are also being linked with Karu Mitoma, the 25-year-old Brighton winger that's come up from nowhere. But Brighton are going to kindly ask for exactly £102.5 million. The 2.5 million will be to cover what they spend, and 100 million will just be able to fuck you to the rest of the Premier League. Francis Cadjo has spoken again. I nearly got a deal done for Jude Bellingham. Well, you nearly is not good enough, son. You don't work for the club no more, so why the fuck are you still talking? But shouts out to you on bringing Gabriel Martinelli to the club. Hey, Arsenal, will we replace Jorginho or El Neni in the summer with a prime Declan Rice? Arsenal will bid £35 million for Michael Oloisi come the summer. Jorginho, I love Arsenal. Eli Wali, the 20-year-old Montpellier striker, 7 goals, 1 assist in 16 games this season, is looking to make a Premier League move. He's 20. He's kind of, I like this guy from what I've seen of him. I like his name, Eli Wali. Definitely, I'm going to be keeping an eye on this kid. He's a Montpellier striker. He's 20 years old. And I think he's worth keeping an eye on for the rest of the season. I'm going to roll myself a big, fat, juicy drink. And and then I'm going to disappear from the stream, guys. So I do plead and ask you, please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if we is new. Brentford is next, people. What are your thoughts? Kind of did get into it last night. I'm still fascinated with Arteta's first 1 to 11. Is Thomas Partey 100% fit? Why was he taken off in the 60th minute? Was it a precaution again? Was it because he had a niggle the other day? I'm so sorry to say, and I'd rather Thomas Partey to play every minute until he just can't. So do you know what? We're going to have to run a massive risk with Thomas Partey out here, guys. Just play him till he drops. Granite, you're not as indispensable as a lot of Arsenal fans thought. You do look ever so on Granite-like as soon as Thomas ain't around. And I don't think Jorginho can spark you into life either. But never mind. This is going to be a problem now for Arsenal and the wonderful scouting department come the summer, if they feel they want to whip their hand in their pocket for Declan Rice, because a lot of people seem to have already shut down Arsenal for Moises Salcedo in the summer. Arsenal apparently have already moved far away from thinking of Moises Salcedo again. What did Moises Salcedo do wrong? They're going to say it's because he almost went on strike. I don't know, but this story will continue somewhere along the line just before the summer window. But anyway, from what I've heard, Moises Salcedo is devastated to hear that Arsenal have officially pulled out. Bada bum, bada bum, bada bum, bada bum, bada bum, bum. You show you what? I ain't got his number, plus. Show him, Hazard. Show him, Hazard, bro. Guys, I'm just rolling this. So sorry, I'm just letting you two do your thing for the moment. Do get the likes on the video, my people. Do be subscribing if we is new. I haven't got his number, honestly, brother. I've only got him on Twitter. So add yourselves if you haven't already added yourselves, and the rest will become very, very obvious. Hazard, I have ordered my light for my Arsenal picture, so I can have both of my lights back on. Actually, when are they going to drop that to me? I haven't seen the delivery date. Shit. I haven't seen the delivery date. I'll go hunt that down. But on that note, guys, please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. It has been lit again. As I said, I've tried to cover most of my topics for tonight, but literally even in just over an hour and 22 minutes on now, I haven't got all of them in. A couple I will pick up again tomorrow. Shouts out to the Akers, to Hazard, to Luko, to Linda, to Yumi, to Spenny09, Long Burkamp, all the real ones in the stream. Please get a massive like on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. Leeds United, final thought. They let Jody Marsh bring in an assistant. They financially back him. A record signing in January. Am I wrong or right with that? A record signing. The striker from Germany, 35 mil, no? Winston McKennie, and everyone of the American Revolution. And then sack him a few days after January. I am fucking really confused at Leeds United. I'm really confused at why Leeds United would bring his assistant in and everything. Does his assistant go with him now? Like, that's fucking madness for Leeds United. Like, where's Jody Marsh's assistant go now? He's only hit the club about an hour and a half ago. All right, the day before. And then he wakes up to find out that the fucking geezer, his manager, his mentor, his mate, fucking Jody Marsh has just been sacked. Where does that leave him with the next manager? How do you know the next manager of Leeds United wants him as his assistant? Just buy a £35 million striker. And people say we're in financial meltdowns and financial crisis. Well, there's 35 mil. Weston McKennie, I'm pretty sure, is a £25 million signing in the summer. Obviously, if all goes well in the deal. Man's a real one. You don't have his number. Hold up, man's a real one. I don't, bruvs. I really don't. I'm fourth place, though. What can I say, bruvs? So, I don't know which... I'm not even going to suggest a place for Luca in them circumstances. I only can just say... where's Yui? Where is Yui? I sent them up here. Seriously, Hazard, when was the last time Yui spoke on the group? Because obviously I've missed something. Have I missed something, by the way? Literally, have I missed something? Has something happened? Did you two just have it too much? Like, what's gone on? Where is he? I mean, deadly serious, bros. And I have missed everything on the group. If I've missed something, obviously I know I can read back, but bros, there's days of reading on that group sometimes, man. And that's when we've all just gone nuts for 10 minutes. Bros, there's 3 days reading when we all go psycho for 10 minutes after a fucking game. But on them bombshells, I am going to just round up a couple of things. Bielsa, Steven Gerrard, all linked with, and Pochettino, sorry, all linked with the Leeds United job. I think Pochettino could do quite well at Leeds. I think Sean Ditchy could have done quite well there. And I also think Arsenal wouldn't have lost points at Everton. Leeds should have just sacked him a couple of weeks ago. Francis Cadjo has spoken out again. I nearly signed Jude Bellingham for 20 million. Nearly is not good enough. Michael Oloisi, I think this is a guy that Hazard likes. Arsenal are lurking and mauling over a £35 million move from in the summer. Eli Wali, 20. Montpellier, 7 goals, 1 assist in 16 games this season. Keep an eye on him because I said so. Trusty, Balogun, Patino, Tavares, what happens to these boys in the summer? Are Arsenal really going to be after Declan Rice in the summer? And again, we will look at how much trouble Man City are involved, going to be in. I'll be looking at Sky Sports News, looking at a couple of media things as I come offline now, come off this stream. I'll be looking at a couple of things before I do go rest my head and watch a film before I go to bed. Tonight's choice of film will be Megan, I think. A couple of my people now told me a bit sick. Shouts out to Big Ted's on that one. Shouts out to Tyler, but I have been told that Megan is rather sick. So I'm going to go watch Megan. So I've got a couple of things to chase. And I want to ask the question myself, like I'm the financial fair play police. What's going to happen to Chelsea? They've got to be in trouble. Not spoken for ages, he hasn't. Can you remember anything? Was there any trigger moment? Yeah, you're lying to me. I'm going to go back and just find where his name is. Not your lie, I'm joking. I'm going to go back and find his name and see what his last moment. He's still in the group, isn't it? I'm going to go back and find his name. Shouts out to Yui. Guys, on that note, we're not getting to an hour and a half. I love you all. I've spoke for an hour and 26 minutes and I just don't know what to talk about for another 3.5 minutes. That's obviously not true. I could talk for another 3 hours. But guys, please get the likes on the video. Do be subscribing if you're new. There will be a couple of more points from tonight's stream that I haven't quite got out in this hour and a half. Strangely enough, that I will cover again tomorrow. Some of it will be Man City. We're going to be looking at the summer window slightly. We're going to start gearing up towards Brentford and the starting 11. I want to talk more Man City, as in, will this affect them on the pitch? Is there a pot here that's going to get stirred? Is Pep Guardiola going to crack? Is he going to go nuts? Is he going to threaten to walk out? Could this make Arsenal win the fucking Premier League without them needing to get deducted any points or have any kind of embargoes, financial situation touching them this season? Let me win the Premier League and do what the fuck you want with them. On that note, guys, peace out. Good night. Respect. Oh, son.